Hmm. Wow. Wow. This Patriots team today was not that good. I honestly think someone's going to beat them this year because, to be honest with you, wasn't impressed. The Philadelphia Eagles come out the gate. They throw a nice bomb to Boston Scott for pass interference. They pass in the running, kick a field goal, and then the next series they're doing pretty damn good. Very balanced, no problem. Um, this defense played tremendous. Other than after the half when the defense gave up an easy touchdown, pretty damn much. This offense, this offense is a fucking disaster. Carson is trying too hard. I'm not worried about Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson has a concussion. He'll be back next week. Not even worried about that. Problem is that these receivers cannot get open worth of anything. This offensive scheme that Mike Rowe and Doug have is not working, and it is not working at all. It's not good. I thought that we would have played a little bit better on offense today. I thought that Jordan Matthews had no receptions. Was targeted, maybe 3 times. Nelson was targeted, 3 times. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside was targeted twice with the 6 plays that he was in today. Then Matt Collins came right back in. So the Eagles front office are a bunch of fucking liars. Bunch of fucking liars. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside came in the game today. Oh, he came in all right. He came in for 6 plays. And then he was gone. And then Matt Collins came right in the game. And then later in the game when we were on the 1-yard line and Carson bombed it to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Guess what happened? He catches the football and he runs right to the sideline. I don't give a fuck what Doug has to say tonight. I really fucking don't. I'm reading some of his quotes. I don't care. Offense didn't execute. No fucking shit. No shit, Sherlock. The Giants receivers are better. The Redskins receivers are better. The Miami Dolphins receivers are better. Dorial Green Beckham was better. This is how bad it is right now. Then on top of everything else, Miles Sanders had a few good runs. Then the Patriots pretty much just shut the run game up. And Jay Ajayi got signed a few days ago. What happened with that? He's on the sideline with a coat around him. Why didn't Jay Ajayi fucking play? The only thing I want to hear from Doug is why Jay didn't play. Why did the J train not fucking play tonight? You need a bruiser back in the backfield. You can't be doing this shit with just Boston Scott and Miles Sanders. You need a bruiser. I thought the whole point of with this signing was to bring a violent bruiser runner in the backfield in Jay Ajayi. And you bring him in for what? To not even use him. My buddy Colton is a fucking Vikings fan, and we're good friends, and he really wished the Eagles did beat the Patriots tonight. Doug knows that it's the coaching. Doug said, I guess, at his press conference that, it could be better coaching. He knows what the fuck is up. He knows what's up. Laundry day. Why would you think the offense would play better against the number one defense? You call that a good defense? You call the Patriots a good defense? Bro, you serious? Yeah, I understand that. I understand, Djax would have made a huge difference because it would have opened up these receivers would have got open if you had Djax plus Zach Ertz on the field. But a number one defense, they could be number one in any fucking category. They're not that good. They're not good. They were good against what we had against them with these receivers. Yeah. Our defense played absolutely amazing. Philly Jim is trying to get in here. Yeah, Philly Jim will join me in a second. I don't know, he was connecting before, but there's no excuses for this shit. What's up, man? Hold on, I didn't have my. You hear me? Why can't I hear you? I don't hear you. What's wrong? What's wrong? Hello, hello. Yeah, my shit's working. My mic is going through. There we go. I hear it now. You good?
Hold on, I'm not good. Don't know what the fuck's going on. You can't hear?
I hear you.
Okay, never mind.
So welcome guys to Read and React. Welcome to the post game of the Patriots game. Joey Shake 72 here with my boy Philly Jim. I'm just gonna go first and just kind of let it all out.
Right.
I thought the beginning of the game was pretty damn good. I thought we had a nice balance. We threw a nice deep pass to Boston Scott. Got the penalty, moved upfield, kicked the field goal. Next series, we kind of were moving down the field pretty nicely. It was pretty balanced out nicely until we kind of hit a roadblock with 4 sacks and the end of the middle of the second quarter, and Carson got his ass beat pretty much, and Lane Johnson with a concussion. He'll be back next week. I'm not worried about that too much. They're moving some offensive linemen around. I'm not even shitting on this defense. Our defense, other than the second half, the start of the second half, defense played fucking amazing tonight. They fucking held it tonight. I give them all the credit. Gruche held Nate Gary, that defensive line that was really giving good pressure. Malcolm Jenkins, I mean, you name it, everybody put a part in this game today. I thought they should have had at least 2 or 3 picks in this game that were totally missed. But this offense, I am fucking done with this offense. Carson is trying too fucking hard. He's, Tony Romo even put out there too that there were some underneath throws he could have went that would have turned to a 2-3, a second and third, a third and second, stuff like that. And Carson's trying to make the big play, but Jordan Matthews, no receptions, targeted maybe 3 times. Nelson targeted maybe 2 or 3 times. And that last pass, of course, drops another fucking ball. And then JJ Arcega-Whiteside was in the game for probably 6 fucking plays in the beginning of the game. And then when we're on our 1-yard line, throws a deep pass to JJ Arcega-Whiteside. And all of a sudden he's running over to the damn sideline to not stay in the damn game, which we've done with plenty of fucking receivers that do well here. So this Jay Ajayi, I wasn't on Twitter earlier, so I don't know if there was news. He was hurt. I have no idea what's going on. Jay Ajayi we signed him and he's there on the sideline with a fucking trench coat on. So I have no idea what this what they're doing. I have no idea. I've already screamed and yelled on my recap video in my damn car on the way home today. So I'm not here to do that, but this offense was fucking pathetic today. Totally pathetic. And I'm watching the other games. I even watched the Jets and the Redskins game today. Their receivers are catching more balls than we are, and it's absolutely pathetic. Guys can't get open. It's either the scheme. It's got to be the scheme of this offense and what they're doing with these players. Because honestly, Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert. How many times did he throw to a tight end today? Over 10 times each to both players, probably. I mean, I could be wrong, but damn, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, how many times are you going to throw to tight ends? So I am disgusted with this offense. Brandon Graham coming back in from the tunnel saying we'll be all right. We're going to be all right. This defense played so damn well, but when you're 3-and-out, defense is going to get tired, and I don't know what else is going to happen. I am very disappointed in this offense, and how I'm disappointed in these coaches. And even Doug said had his presser today after the game said that it's to the coaches, and yeah, it is to the coaching. The coaching is fucking horrible with these guys. What they're implicating how to win games. Like, I swear to God, all they want to do is use fucking tight ends. All they want to use is tight ends. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, let me tell you something. Wentz had some bad throws today. I don't even want to put all the blame on him, but some of it I have to. But he's trying to make plays. How many times did he escape out of the pocket and was like looking the whole time, And I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, like nobody's open. So what the hell do you do now? Like, you need a whole new offensive scheme. And they don't even know how to. I'm very pissed off that with JJ was only in the game for 6 plays, and then after he catches that big pass, and then he's running to the sideline.
Great catch, by the way.
Dorial Green Beckham played better here than any of these receivers fucking combined. It's horrible. So you give me your take on the game, Philly Jim, but I'm just saying, like, they got to fix. This is bad.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, and I just want to say I hear everything you're saying, but I see a few things differently. And a lot of shit happened in this game. Jace Peters got hurt, of course, which is why I said to leave Andre Dillard and let Andre Dillard continue in Jason Peters' career. Some shit's going to happen. Lane Johnson got hurt. So there just came a point to where everything that could go wrong for the offense went wrong. Pretty much Carson Wentz, he was holding the ball way too long at times. He missed a lot of easy throws. He had a bad game. And we need him to play way better against the Seahawks, or we're gonna be in big trouble, and we're gonna need some teams to help us out with Dallas going down the road, and they have a tough schedule, so we may get a little bit of help that we need. But it wasn't even an all-around loss because these corners played outstanding. Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby and Avonte Maddox. Even Avonte Maddox had one, they called pass interference on him, which I thought was a bogus call. I thought Julian Edelman did a really good job of selling it. He pretty much fell down and he sold it. It was good acting. So I got to give him props for that. But the corners played well. The defense played well. The linebackers played well. The defensive line played well. Jim Schwartz, he gets a lot of shit, and even shit that I've given him as well. But you know what? He did a good job with this game plan. We pretty much shut down their offense. One trick play, screen pass to Julian Edelman was the difference in the game, because our offense just really couldn't do shit. And, how many games are going to go by with Mike Groh? And he's still coaching, and he's still helping with the game plan, and he's still on an NFL sideline. The guy just can't coach. He just can't coach. And Doug is surrounded with too many of guys who are his guys or his friends or whatever. And in this business, you can't be doing shit like that. You have to have the right people around you. So The coaching deserves a lot of the blame. Carson Wentz deserves a lot of the blame.
Mm-hmm.
The receivers deserve a lot of the blame. The entire offense deserves a lot of the blame. Miles Sanders had nowhere to run. Nobody really had anywhere to run this whole game. And our defense got us God knows how many stops, but no matter what happened, we were always back way up in our own territory. Never could get good field positions, could never sustain a drive. And it was just a bad game. So this team, I can't really say that I'm too mad about the way we lost. If we would have got completely destroyed, then yeah, I would have had a problem with it. The only thing that I'm like truly upset about is with Carson Wentz. I'm disappointed in him. I expect him to play way better than that. And he just didn't. And it's not all his fault, but I think in this case, he could have done a lot more than what he actually did. So I got to put a lot of blame on him and the rest of all the offensive players. There's a lot of missed throws, and there's a lot of guys that just couldn't get separation. So when you put those two things together, dudes are just not on the same page, and you get the product that you got out there today. So going forward, we're a 500 team, and we got another tough one next week. Seattle is going to be tough. They're coming off a bye. New England was coming off of a bye, but we are also coming off of a bye. So Russell Wilson pretty much owns the Philadelphia Eagles. So there's a lot of shit that we got to do better, starting with the offense. I think the defense, I'm very encouraged by what I've seen with the defense for several games now. This is probably the best defensive performance of the year, but since that Cowboys game, and you had the good performance against the Bills, good performance against the Bears, getting sacks, getting pressure. I'm encouraged by the defense. So all I really need now is the offense to step up, and we'll see if this team can run the table and win the division.
Yeah. I just couldn't believe. Like, I thought, it was 10-0. I said, don't let them creep. They were creeping with field goals. The Eagles were, Cameron Johnson had a bad punt. I mean, they got it on the 50-yard line a few times, and we stopped them from getting a touchdown, a couple of times. So defense, like we said, this defense, I have to give them props. Like, in these corners, man, Jalen Mills had a nice deflection downfield to Julian Edelman. You know what I mean? And, Vontae Mack stopped a touchdown from Julian Edelman in the back of the end zone. These guys really played their hearts out on defense. Like you said, Jim Schwartz had a plan against his team today and did a really good job. But I don't like doing I don't like doing this tight end bullshit anymore. It's just, I understand it's a way to do things now, but it's just so fucking annoying that we have to rely on two tight ends to do everything. And we have, it's just insane. We got no speed. I know, Carson missed a lot. And he was just throwing like easy balls. They throwing him way too high. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know. He's either trying too hard or whatnot, but it's just looking like, they really have to, they really got to get their shit together. I don't even know. Like, there's nothing to be afraid of this wide receiver core. Defenses don't come up to the line and say, wow, there's nobody. The only person that's going to get attention is Zach Ertz. That's it. That's the only person that's really going to get attention, because Jordan Matthews, Stephon Gilmore was on him all fucking night, and he couldn't do shit. Nelson Aguilar couldn't do shit. And then the one time he was open in that, that little cross, that little slant, what he would have been wide open for a first down, and the defender pretty much hit the ball. Missing Matt Collins on that, Matt Collins did a double move on the corner, and it would have been probably would have been a touchdown, and threw it to the sideline, didn't throw it in the right spot. It's just, I don't know how much I could really take of this. It's just, there's no production at the receiver position. Even with Alshon was here half hurt, he couldn't even do anything either. So we shouldn't even be dealing with this. We shouldn't even be dealing with this problem. We went over with this problem. This is like 2016 all over again, all fucking most. Like, it's getting to that point now where it might not even be, it's we don't have guys that can contest catches. Every time there's a contested catch, it's always a drop. Most of the time, Jay Ajayi, what the hell, bro? Like a bruiser, violent running back that we had today. I don't know what the hell happened to him. We signed him. Oh, that's awesome. He's going to play Sunday, and Boston Scott is there, which I don't mind, but why didn't he play today? What was the problem with that today on top of everything else? Like, it's already enough Boston fumbled on a damn kick return and almost costed that. And then we fumbled another damn time and gave him another field goal. I mean, it's just absolutely insane the way this offense is playing. But you know what? There's going to be some games where our offense plays like shit, and our defense plays great, and our defense plays great. I mean, it's hand in hand. Like, our defense is going to have perfect games like this all the time. But damn, like they fought today, and this Patriots team that was, the best defense. Like I honestly didn't think they were anything special at all. I honestly, just from playing this game today, I honestly don't think they're the best team in the NFL at all, period. Tom Brady had 17 incompletions in the first half, which was the most in his career. And, after, the defense, the only thing the defense, other than the trick play and the bullshit that happened, other than that, coming out of the second half, when they went downfield and easily. Other than that, the defense played lights out. But when the defense is on the field constantly, 3 and out, defense is going to get tired. Brady is gonna do a quick pace offense to kind of just slow the defense down. They can't sub people in and do stuff like that. But I wasn't happy with Carson Wentz either. Depending on everything that's going on, and with Carson back there were certain times where he extended plays and he was looking for hours, and there were times where he threw the ball and it was horrible. It was a horrible freaking pass, even on a quick slant thrown behind. Dallas caught it, but he threw it on his back a little bit. But I don't know.
Yeah, there's one thing that I've never understood about Carson Wentz. If you need Carson Wentz to make, and this is what that thing is. If you need Carson Wentz to make a crazy, spectacular throw where he escapes the pocket, where he has a defensive lineman coming at him and he ducks under him and he throws a dart, he can do that. But it's like the simple shit, he just thinks too much and he throws it too high or he throws it behind him. What I think he needs to do is just calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
And not try to overthink shit and do some crazy spectacular play on every play. Sometimes you just got to take what's there. I mean, it's just like I just think sometimes he just needs to make shit more simple.
Simmer the fuck down. Like Tony Romo came up with some good points during this game where there was, hey, he could have threw that ball underneath and could have got like 6-7 yards and would have been 3rd and 2, would have been 2nd and 3. You know what I mean? But Carson's got to go for the big fucking play all the time, like that one to Jordan Matthews on the sideline. Like you honestly think he's gonna fucking catch that with 2 guys on him? I mean, it's just so stupid. We don't have, number one, we don't have receivers that can catch sideline passes. Number 2, we don't have receivers that can catch one-handed pass. We don't have any. We have average to below average wide receivers right now. And honestly, I think we're going to probably say this for the rest of the season. If we had Deshaun Jackson right now, it would open up so much for all these other receivers, for Zach Ertz and for everybody else. It would make everyone else look good because of D-Jack being on the field. But unfortunately, shit just happens the way it does, and he doesn't get his surgery. Now we're stuck with signing Jordan Matthews, which I'm not like if Jordan Matthews was an added addition, I wouldn't care. But as like bring him in to produce immediately. Did he come in and produce immediately? No, nobody did. Nobody produced, period, whatsoever, except the tight ends, because that's all we can throw to, our friggin' tight ends. Tired of it. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just frustrating that we don't have we just have no talent at the receiver position. There's no other way around it. And even when Alshon was in here, Alshon obviously wasn't 100%. And he's obviously not feeling well right now. So hopefully when he does return at some point this year, he has a little something he can give us. But for now, it's literally just Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, the only guys that can make plays, honestly. Aguilar, he had some plays, but he also really didn't have some fucking plays. So it was just I'm just very disappointed. This is not what I had in mind when I was thinking about how this offense was going to look at this point in the year. This is the second year in a row that I really have been disappointed. And I'm just like, we got the guys that we can light up the scoreboard. So what the fuck's going on? And it starts with coaching. But Carson Wentz deserves responsibility for today. Mm-hmm. But in all, not just today, not just last week, not just the week before, this is Mike Groh's fucking fault, man. What we need is a real offensive coordinator to understand the game, and we need a coach. We need someone to coach the offense who can get the most out of the players they have. Mike Groh obviously can't get the most out of this roster, and he's had 2 years to prove it. Hasn't been able to prove it. So the number one thing you got to do is you got to get rid of him. And, in this business, having friends probably isn't the best idea because this business can be cold. You'll be buddies one day, then, if you don't do your job, you got to go. So Mike Groh, he's had his chance, but he's fucking done, dude. He is holding Carson Wentz back. We're wasting his prime years right now because of bad coaching, bad personnel. So there's not one guy you can point a finger at for a 5-5 record. Everyone's had their moments. Carson has played pretty damn well this year. I will say that. Not tonight, not against the Cowboys, but other than those two games, I think he's done well. For the most part, the offense has been mediocre at best. We've had a few good games, but not really. Not really. Defense, they've gotten their ass torn up as well in several of these losses, but last several games, they have played extremely well. So, and the GM, I'm looking at my GM too. How you got to do better than, you got to do better at putting the right kind of guys around Carson Wentz. Get the guy a few speed receivers so he can go out and do what he does. He's not able to do it. These guys can't get open. He has to do 12 personnel the whole game, and it just sucks. It really just sucks. This is not what I had in mind at all. So hopefully we're able to tread water. Though that's the only thing I can hope for. I'm not even going to say guys get better or any shit like that. Because I'm not really expecting these guys to magically just have a game where they play like actual NFL receivers. But if the team can find a way to beat the Seahawks next week, got an easy schedule, you got Dallas coming to town, and Dallas almost lost to the Detroit Lions today without Matthew Stafford. So, they're looking vulnerable. We're looking vulnerable. But we can somehow tread water. It's possible that we can get Deshaun Jackson back in the playoffs. Which would be huge. So, I'm not extremely upset about the loss. I'm just disappointed with the way that Carson Wentz played and the rest of the offense played. But you know what? In this league, you take what you get. You take the good with the bad. chalk it up as a loss. Move on to next week. Tough game. Never beaten Russell Wilson, and it's not going to be easy. But if they can somehow squeak out a W, things will be looking pretty good.
We can't ask the receivers to do better because that's the most they can play. But that's the most they could do. Honestly, that's the most they can do. We can't ask them to play better because they can only play to their strongest ability, and it's not good because we have literally a bunch of possession receivers. That's all we have. We literally have no speed, none of that here. Like you said, like we don't even have a backup deep threat or someone with some kind of speed. I mean, I don't even give a fuck at this point. Like, you have anybody on practice squad that could stretch the field. You have anybody that has at least some quickness, that has something. But we don't. We have nobody. And like you said, we have to tread water down. Now we have to go face Seattle next week. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. It's going to be a total nightmare because it's going to be so damn easy. Now we're worried about the defense more than the offense, but I don't know. At this point, you could lose both these. You could lose this game next week, and then you're down 2 games. I don't know who Dallas plays next week, but
let's see. Well, they play in New England, so that's good. That's at least something.
So I mean, they still got New England. They still got the Bears. They still got the Rams. You know, still got us. So, you know what I mean? We could lose next week. They could lose next week, be down 1 game still. And then after that, I mean, unfortunately, hopefully the Eagles don't go out in Eagles fashion and lose to the Giants. And hopefully, because if it's at that point, someone should already be gone at this point, but you lose to the Dolphins or the Giants twice, then we really have more of a problem, and something's got to be done. Something should be done now. But I was with this defense today. I was really like, damn, like they're playing nasty. They were surrounding fucking Brady. They lost him. They had a hand on him a few times. They did a good job.
I want to bring one thing up about the defense. This is some shit that pissed me off. There's the play where, was it Danny Amendola or Julian Edelman, who he had the ball and he ran for like a yard or 2, and then the ball was like stripped out, and they said that they called it forward progress or whatever, therefore the play was dead. So there was no turnover.
So Jenkins stripped when Jenkins tried stripping it?
Yeah, whoever the fuck stripped it.
That was bullshit. That was totally bullshit.
I mean, Doug even tried to challenge it, and they were like, "Oh, we can't review forward progress." It was a bunch of horse shit. But the defense, I've been nervous about the defense in every single game this year, particularly the secondary, but Mills and Darby I think they showed a lot of the haters up today. And I've been on Darby's ass since week 1. But both these dudes played well. They really didn't get burned like that. So I'm encouraged by it. So if the offense can just fucking do something, and I know I can't expect these receivers to get better, but listen, Whiteside, he showed me today that he can play. And we can't say that for all the guys on our team. But I think kid has a lot of upside. Carson Wentz made a good he made a good throw under pressure to him, basically on your own 1 yard line, and Whiteside just goes up and gets it, which is the reason why we drafted him, to go up and get balls like that. Alshon hasn't been able to do that this year, so you know what? There are a few positives I can take from the game. A lot of negatives, but I can take a few positives from this. I love the way the defense played, and Whiteside, he showed me a little something tonight. So I hope at least next year. And it's more likely that he'll get an opportunity to play next year than the rest of this season. But it sucks. Coaching staff has really thrown him to the wolves. But I was impressed with him, and I was impressed with the defense, very much so. So only positives I can really take from that game, unfortunately. But we kept it close. We didn't get completely humiliated. I didn't feel like guys quit, but these guys in the receiving corps, they're just not NFL material.
They can't get separation, period. They just can't. There's nobody open.
Yeah, honestly, if I had to take the 16 receiving corps with fucking Paul Turner and Bryce Treggs and DGB and Jordan Matthews and Nelson Aguilar, I would take them over this year's group by far. By far, I think they play better.
Other than that, I don't know. I don't know what answers they'll have next week. I don't fucking care what they have to say, because after telling me they were gonna have JJ Arcega-Whiteside in the game, and what was that, like a fucking joke? Like, technically, yeah, he was in the game, but they didn't like start him on another side. I mean, regardless, just horrible. Just really horrible. I can't believe a fucking word any of these guys say at all. Who's playing, who's not playing. We had no bruiser in the backfield. I mean, it was just really awkward. It was just the running the ball. They shut the run down. We couldn't pass. It's just not good right now. It's just not good. So, I mean, I'm pretty much good with all this.
I'm good too.
It is what it is, guys. Like, there's really not much more to say about it. I mean, offense obviously needs to just fucking play better, because this is a joke. And I don't care if our defense gets owned next week. It's not going to matter, because this offense needs to put points on the board regardless. And Carson just has to be better with the football, unfortunately. And whoever's drawing these fucking plays up in these positions, they need to like do something different, because what our team's going to say coming up, Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz are pretty much getting the ball every fucking time, because they are. And I've given up on Nelson Aguilar. I've given up on a few players already, and I really don't have anything good to say about any of these receivers that we do have. And Jordan Matthews just couldn't get open on Stephon Gilmore today at all. So
yeah, I just want to add one more thing before we sign off. Miles Sanders only got 2 touches in the second half. And what is like one thing that's really been working in the last couple of weeks is getting Miles Sanders involved in the passing game. And it's like we didn't even try to do that tonight. So, especially in the second half, I mean, Miles, he's an explosive player, man. If you can get him into space, he can make shit happen. And dude just didn't get an opportunity to give him 2 touches in the entire second half. So, I mean, with Jordan Howard out, it was going to be tough anyway. But damn, at least use what explosive players you do have. So I'm fed up with the coaching. But this was a tough game to watch. But gotta move on. Seahawks, it'll be tough, but not impossible. Still a winnable game. They're at home. It's 1:00. They're going to be coming in on West Coast, East Coast time adjustments. That can be hard for a team flying all the way across the country. But anyway, guys, I'm pretty much good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys later. I will be hosting the preview show on Wednesday night. So see you guys there.
Yeah. And if you guys haven't, please subscribe to Philly Jim's YouTube channel. I really do appreciate it. He just hit 1,000 subs. Congratulations, Philly Jim.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so please, go over to his channel because we're back and forth on each of our channels. Every team trying to grow our read and react channel that's separate. We haven't been on it because we're just trying to grow. At least get the subs up on there as well. And if you guys haven't subscribed to this channel, which guys probably have, because I know most of you in here anyway, so I shouldn't even ask really because I know every one of you. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So we will see you Wednesday night for the Seahawks preview. See you guys later. Fly, will fly. Peace out, guys.